everyone. I hope everybody's having a glorious week. I'm Dr. Melanie Palm, and you are here at Art of Skin MD in Solana Beach, California. And today we're going to talk about Body Boot Camp, which is our virtual spring event where we offer our best savings of the year on all of our devices, basically, things that help with getting our body right for summertime. And in addition to that, we also have a couple of packages that are very popular with our injectables, things that we usually supplement to help with our body, but of course many patients buy things like the sculptor packages and the radius packages to help with our face too. So we're going to explore a couple of the devices today. I'll go over things, and we are actually in a room right now with my body contouring expert extraordinary, Christy Cashman, and we are going to go over one of our first popular devices, and this is Emsculpt Neo. So maybe describe what we're doing with Michaela right now.
So with Michaela, we're doing one of our Emsculpt Neo treatments to her abdomen. And what Emsculpt Neo is, it's a dual treatment. It's going to tone muscles, and it actually has the capability of removing fat, subcutaneous fat under the surface as well. You might even get a little bit of skin tightening with it also. It is magnetic muscle stimulation with radio frequency. Radio frequency is the heat that's going to remove any fatty tissue, and then the magnetic muscle stimulation tones the muscles in the area that we're treating. So we actually can treat multiple areas with different applicators. We can treat arms, we can treat thighs, we can treat the booty. The abdomen is probably our most popular. And then we also have what's called the edge, which treats sort of the waist area and the love handles. So Emsculpt Neo can treat multiple areas on the body. It's great for enhancing your workouts. It's great if you've undergone surgery and can't work out. You can work these muscles out and not lose everything before you are able to get back to it. You can prehab before surgeries. The other thing I love about it is the fact that now they're talking so much about muscle being so important to longevity. So older patients who can't work out as easily are able to do this with no problem and to get that nice lean muscle mass that helps with our longevity.
Good. Yeah, and this concept is called sarcopenia. So over the decades, similar to osteopenia and osteoporosis, what happens to the bones, there's a process of muscle mass loss over time. And when we lose our muscle mass, it really starts to affect us. People fall more readily, they have balance issues, and this can lead to significant what we call morbidity and mortality, either health conditions happening or obviously end of life. And so being able to have strong muscles, to go from sit to stand, to be able to walk, to have a strong core is really important. So yes, we've got aesthetic benefits that we get from Emsculpt Neo, seeing a little more of the six-pack, cinching in our waist and using our obliques a little bit more effectively, treating our booty and raising that up a little bit and making it look aesthetically more appealing. But I think beyond some of the aesthetic benefits, what I really care about is the functional benefits. I notice that when Christy does maintenance treatments on me, ski better, my yoga class is easier, holding a plank is better. You just are stronger in your core, and I think that's really significant as you look at the bleeding edge and sort of longevity treatments. We want to keep that super tight and super right. So this is kind of one of our first devices. Like she said, the abdomen is the most common. Treating that in conjunction with the buttocks, so we're getting that whole core chain, I think is really important. And all of our sort of specials, which we've got here, are actually on our website under the blog entry, and they're on our email list. So if you're not a part of that, look at artofskinmd.com, and you can add yourself onto our newsletter as well. I also want to discuss, if you are buying one of the packages of Emsculpt Neo, we are giving away with that package the Elastin Body Transform. We were actually one of the study sites that looked at this product to help with fat loss, and we used it in conjunction with Emsculpt and found that topical application, and this was internally controlled in a patient, helped increase the fat loss by 30 to 50%. So when we're doing areas like the abdomen and we're wanting to lose additional fat, then it's really helpful. If we're doing something like the booty and we're actually working on fat preservation, which the Emsculpt Neo does, it actually helps with collagen and elastin production, so it's not like it just causes fat loss. But if we're doing a treatment that's intended for fat loss, it helps augment that activity. So if you can do a topical cream and lose 30 to 50% more fat with that, that's a really great thing. We're not demonstrating today, but cool sculpting, which is the fat freezing, is a gold standard. It's been around for almost 2 decades. There's hundreds of clinical studies to back this. So we have that as well. You also get the body transform with that. So we see better results using the topical treatment in conjunction with that. We are giving away an elastin package, which includes many of the best-selling products. So drop a comment in the link of our live and you'll be entered into the raffle for that. And then finally, before we leave the room, I also wanted to highlight one of our probably our most important injectable package, which is Sculptra. Sculptra finally is getting its day. I have been injecting it for 20 years. We've been involved in 9 of the clinical trials. I've actually even gone to the FDA and helped with label expansion, which we will hopefully see in the future for this product. But it's polyallactic acid. It's made from non-GMO corn and beets. It's a powder that we mix with sterile water for injection and lidocaine, and we use it for facial applications, but we also use it off the face. So we use it for décolleté, we use it to tighten arms a little bit, we can use it on the abdomen for mommy makeovers in conjunction with Emsculpt Neo to help with tightening, we can use it above the knees, we can use it in the booty to help with volume restoration. So we're selling this, you buy 3, you get 1 free, and we're also giving you another elastin product, which is the Restorative Skin Complex, which is wonderful. This builds collagen, builds elastin, holds on to healthy fat. It's a great product. It's very well tolerated, even in sensitive skin types. So we're going to go next door, but we'll come back to Christy with one of the final.
Do you want to mention, I just wanted to mention the combination packages are brand new this year.
Yeah.
And so we are combining several modalities. The Emsculpt Neo and the Cool Sculpting are combined. You get even a better discount when you combine the two. Same with Ultherapy and M-Face and Emsculpt Neo and Exion Body.
Yeah.
And so we have some really nice combination packages.
So you can get better outcomes, and I think we've monetarily sort of incentivized people so it's approachable as well.
Exactly.
So if you have questions and you're wondering what therapy is best for me, Christy is here Monday through Thursdays, select Fridays, and her consultations are complimentary. So we are on lunch break right now, but you're welcome to contact us through the website, artistskinmd.com, or you can call our phone number, which is 858-792-7546, and book a complimentary consultation. She can help you to sort of pioneer and figure out what's the best treatment plan for you. So, okay, we're going to move on to our next room. So I want to introduce everybody, if you guys have not met, Stephanie Williams, who's my amazing physician assistant, and Judy is our wonderful staff member, and she's also our patient over our lunchtime hour. And we are demonstrating Ultherapy in this particular room. And so what is Ultherapy? It's an ultrasound-based device that's been around, gosh, it uses micro-focused ultrasound. So ultrasound is able to sort of see through tissues. You can see a real-time monitoring of the tissues right now. And then with Ultherapy, it focuses this ultrasound to create a little microthermal point. And that little area of heat energy in the intended sort of target tissue helps with new collagen growth and then skin tightening and lifting over a 3 to 6 month period. Its first indication was on the brow for brow lifting, so we treat the forehead in order to lift the brows. But there have been other indications that have come along the way. So full face includes treating the brows for lift, treating this lower cheek region and hugging the jawline to help lift and improve jowls, improve the jawline. And then obviously a nice sort of combination treatment is face and neck, where we treat the entirety of the neck to help with skin quality, but also to lift the neck as well. It's not a substitute for surgery, but I think it's a nice complement for it. So we actually have plastic surgeons in the area after patients have facelift. This is kind of their maintenance treatment afterwards, and we sometimes will combine this, and this has been studied in the published literature of combining injectables with Ultherapy in the neck to help with sort of lifting and skin quality over time. This is a one-time procedure. It's FDA approved for 12 months, but we often will see that patients get around 18 months of duration. like I mentioned, you usually see the best results about 3 to 6 months after treatment. And we do a lot of things to make patients very comfortable during the treatment. So we give people options. If they do well, they want to drive themselves, we do a lot of comfort measures to make sure they're comfortable. Or we can also give you medications under surveillance here. You do need a driver for that, and that makes it a breeze, and you kind of take a nap while you're doing it. We really care a lot about the technique and how to get the best results with the Ultherapy. So Stephanie's been doing this a long time, and she really is up to date with some of the most advanced techniques, including using sort of a V pattern to lift the lower face a little bit more, treating around the eyes. We can even treat around the mouth. But I think the killer combo is doing sort of face and neck. So we're offering combinations with that. If you're doing that, in combination with that, we're giving away one of the Neo-Cutest products. So BioSerum is one of the growth factor creams. And this is, in fact, a serum. It's got two times the amount of the growth factor as Bio Cream. So it's a really potent topical, I think, to use in conjunction with doing Ultherapy. And then also in this room, another MERS product is Radiesse. So we use this on the body to help with a little bit of volume replacement and also to help build collagen and build elastin. This has been shown in published clinical studies. So our package includes buying 2 Radiesse. You get the third one for free. That can be used on the face and off the face. So it's a popular package when we're talking about neck rejuvenation, jawline improvement. We sometimes use it in the décolleté area, upper arms, the banana roll. I think it's excellent at helping with the skin texture in that area. So lots of options for this. It's a calcium-based filler. Its basis is in carboxymethylcellulose, which is a gel carrier. So our body breaks down the calcium in the filler, but builds in type 1 structural collagen in its area. So it's a collagen stimulator similar to Sculptra, but it's sort of a hybrid. It acts a little bit as a filler, a little bit as a collagen stimulating agent, but really beautiful. And many of our patients are sort of maintenance Radiesse patients. But you can see that Judy is really comfortable while we're doing things. You can see Steph doing the procedure in real time. What's kind of your most common areas you're typically treating on patients these days?
I think definitely the full face and neck, because the face includes the brow lift, and there's a new technique that we're using now. It's called the brow wow technique, where you can actually walk out seeing like a nice significant lift, and we just kind of treat right underneath that eyebrow itself, and I pick up this tissue here, and I pick it up above the orbital rim, and it's nice so patients can leave seeing a nice little lift, because typically it takes about 4 months to see the results, so it's nice that they're leaving seeing a little bit of results.
Yeah.
So
and
really nice.
Stephanie I have not had Ultherapy in a couple of years. That's the thing. Like, we work in our clinic, and sometimes it's like we're the last ones to get treated because we're just busy seeing you guys. So she was really great before holiday break. We did a full face Ultherapy on me. So that included brow, sort of this cheek region, and going underneath my jawline. And I always, all of us are a little asymmetric. Some of that makes us interesting, but gross asymmetry is not amazing all the time. So my left side is sort of the side that I need a little more help on. We did a little bit more to my left eyebrow. And I have to say, it's really lifted my eyebrows, and I just feel like, especially as women, as we put makeup on our eyes, just we know when there's a difference there. And I have to say, I've been really impressed. And just to maintain sort of jaw improvements, I'm in my late 40s, you start to see little things happening along your jawline you don't appreciate, early jowl formation or just a little bit of looseness there. And I think it's really helped maintain things. We get asked questions a lot about Ultherapy, and is it going to destroy your fat? So the answer is no. I think we really focus on more superficial treatments. So the majority of our treatments are using the 3 millimeter and 1.5 millimeter applicators. So it's just, that's its penetration depth, and we're really just hitting the dermis in that case. And we're not indiscriminately, because we're looking in real time, treating fat. We're either going after SMAS a little bit or just getting the dermis to sort of shrink that skin envelope. And so I get asked that a lot with radiofrequency microneedling and Ultherapy. What about my good facial fat? How is this going to impact things? And I think this can be really powerful if you've got a great driver, which Stephanie is a very experienced practitioner. And I love it because the results are sort of subtle but meaningful over time. So we often will combine this with injectables on the face or the body to help out with things. And like Christy said, oftentimes we'll do like therapy, lower face and neck, and then we're doing in-face and the upper face, which is a muscle toning device, so we get skin tightening with some of the muscle tone. And I think that's a killer combination, especially as patients are sort of really interested in devices to help maintain things and help sort of turn back the clock. I love that combination of full therapy and in-face. So I want to thank you guys for both your time. We're going to say goodbye to Stephanie Williams, and then we'll head back to our original room. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a second raffle prize, and this is all Neocutis products. You can see a familiar face was representing the brand before during the last year, and she looks, I just think, absolutely phenomenal. And so we can do this, and we can do it non-surgically. So in this package, if you'll drop a comment, you'll be entered into the raffle, and you can see the very best of some of Neocutis Bioserum, which we mentioned 2 times the concentration of that growth factor, Lumiere Riche, which is very well tolerated, gentle eye cream that I think is quite effective, cleanser in there, a nice hair clip, and some other accoutrements. And then finally, we have an Art of Skin package too, so some of the very best of our products, which include antioxidants, a vitamin C. We've got a really good advanced feels dry, and then a rejuvenating body butter, which has a retinol, a hyaluronic acid, and some ceramides in it to help with overall body health. So again, drop a comment and you'll be entered into the raffle. We'll announce that near the conclusion and end. And I want to thank Judy and Stephanie Williams. And we're going to come back to our original room. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we going here? I'm getting directed. Okay, I didn't realize we were changing rooms, so we're back to Christy, but a different room. And this time we have Jen, who's one of our front office staff, and we are doing Exion eyes. So this is a radiofrequency procedure, really comfortable. It does not require numbing. It just feels like a hot stone massage. And we use this around the eyes to sort of tighten up crepiness. And then we can also use it around the lips to help with perioral fine lines and sort of tighten that area too. It's done as a series of treatments. It's very relaxing. And then maybe I'll have Christy, do you want to kind of tell high points, your favorite areas you like to treat?
Absolutely. The eyes is definitely probably the most popular, but we also treat the neck, under the chin. We can treat around the lips, which is fabulous. It gives you that little plump. With the Exion face, it actually increases the hyaluronic acid in your skin about 200% is what they say. So hyaluronic acid is what keeps your skin plump and juicy. And so this is a great treatment for overall health of your skin and basically the tone and texture of your skin. So if you have fine lines, it's great. If you want a little pickup on the neck, a little bit of tightening, it's radio frequency and ultrasound, and so it gets under the skin to increase collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid.
So all the ingredients for healthy skin.
Exactly. Super comfortable. It's a series of 4 treatments done about a week apart. And then the magic happens over about 3 to 4 months after your final treatment as your body makes more collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid.
Amazing. So that we've got sort of paired with packages.
Yes.
And then I also wanted to highlight a final device that is very popular. We're not demoing today, but it's in-face. So we have had in-face, gosh, I think it's almost 4 years now. We're actually the first clinic in California to have in-face. And I myself is the principal investigator for the under eye study portion of it. So what is in-face? It's high-fest technology with radio frequency. So high-fest is high-intensity focused electrical stimulation. And depending on the area of face we're treating, we are actually stimulating muscles, which similar to this concept on the body, our muscles become less prominent, less mass over time, and they don't function as well. So the concept of facial muscle toning on the face, we capture different muscles either in the forehead, so our frontalis, 3 muscles in our mid-face, or our zygomaticus major and minor, and our rhizorius muscles. These are muscles that help us smile and keep our cheek contents in place. And then our submentum, we target a couple of different muscles, including our digastric muscles, which are sort of the roof of our sort of what we call cervical mental angle, this pretty angle that we ideally like to be about 90 degrees. And then finally, the newest applicator for muscle toning is the under eye area. So in that area, we tone what's called the orbicularis oculi muscle, and that's our big O-shaped muscle that we use toxin in this region to treat and relax with crow's feet, but we actually want to tone it underneath the eye because it acts as a buttress to kind of keep our under eye fat in area, and it thins over time, so that changes how light sort of reflects through the tissues, which can translate to a more aged eye appearance. The eye is incredibly important. It's like how we actually analyze a face when we're looking at a face in real time and getting to know a new face, and it communicates a lot in terms of health and actually wealth. So we actually look at the eye area and subconsciously sort of size up how somebody's doing sort of in life in general. So being able to muscle tone and do that in conjunction with things like therapy or some of the other injectables that we've featured, I think is a real key to naturally preserving the face, to keeping the authenticity. You know, we're not creating sort of manufacturer line of fembots here. We want people to look like themselves and feel really confident with themselves. So I know a killer combo I've done is I've done the M-face and the under eye, mid-face and frontalis. Christy's done that for me, and then I've done a little bit of PRF in the under eye, and I think that's made a huge difference in terms of sort of the appearance of my tissues over time. If you do an M-face package, one of my absolute favorite products in the world is Invo Aesthetics, and this is an exosome. There are other products out there, but what I love about Invo Aesthetics is that it has an extremely high concentration of the product itself. So the exosomes, there's 1.2 trillion per bottle, which is incredible. And this is composed of peptides, proteins, growth factors, and stem cells. And these help. Exosomes are packages that have RNA material, peptides, proteins, and they communicate to the surrounding environment to be pro-building and anti-aging, anti-inflammatory. And so we use this in the office with certain procedures, things like microneedling, things like our thulium laser to help rejuvenate the skin. And then topically at home, this is used as just a global anti-ager. So I use it in conjunction with my retinoid at night. You certainly, if you're somebody who can't tolerate retinoids or out in the sun, this is a nice alternative. And what I love about Invo Aesthetics is it is priced much lower than some of its competitor products in the field. It's new to the game. It's only been out about a year, but it is one of our most popular products here. And if you end up buying an M-face package, you actually get this complimentary, which is fantastic. Yes. We absolutely love that. Might have to buy an M-face package myself, so I get a new one. And then in addition to that, I wanted to feature one of our chemical peels that we do here. We're not just device girls, but we actually do chemical peels here, and the VI peel, the precision and peptides one is probably our most popular because we deal with so many pigmentary issues and skin that is experiencing textural changes. And so it's typically done as a series of 3 treatments. Christy administers these. We do them about a month apart, and if you do end up purchasing one of these, you do get some elastin products along with it, so either Illuminate or the HA Immerse serum as a combination with that, so moisture or doing something with pigmentation, which I think is wonderful as well. So we really love being able to offer specials for this. I know many of you guys have been waiting with bated breath, so if you want to get a sculptor package, a radius package, if you're interested in things like M-Face, Exion, doing M-Sculpt Neo to help build muscle, therapy for skin tightening, or doing a combination of these. If you have questions, we're happy to offer a consultation for you. Christy is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to body treatments, and we're happy to say that we're so experienced and sit on medical advisory boards and contribute to some of the knowledge and research that's out there to make these safe and efficacious for patients. So please take a look at our blog if you have questions about the specials. We're sending out emails over the next 2 weeks about some of the individual packages we're doing. And then if you drop a comment, you'll be entered into a raffle for some of these packages. The last package that we're offering is actually over here, and it's through Revision. And we love Revision products, and boy, this is just like all of the things Revision wise. So you get their body contouring cream, their papaya enzyme cleanser. They've got a clay mask, which I think is great. Some of their hero ingredients contain vitamin C in a fat soluble form, so the DEJ and the vitamin C. And then back here is their new vitamin C product that's a little bit more moisturizing called Derm Protect. And you even get a little body brush because this is our body event. So call us if you've got questions. We will be on lunch until 1 p.m. The number is 858-792-7546, or you certainly can write us an email at info@artofskinmd.com. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And with that, we'll all wave goodbye and have a wonderful Body Boot Camp 2026. You guys, thanks for tuning in.